Hey FlossTube, who's your apple? My name is Apple and I'm from Massachusetts and I'm back for FlossTube number 12. 1 dozen. Can you believe it? I can't. I still can't believe that I'm doing this. Anyways, I know it has been about a month since my last video. A lot has happened. I've been very busy. I've not done quite as much stitching as I would like to have done. I've kind of been doing more this past week than I had the 3 weeks prior. I had traveled a bit. I went back home to Indiana, which I'm originally from, to visit family and friends, and I had a wonderful visit. We celebrated my one of my great friends since I was a kid, her birthday, and we did some fishing, and I learned to shoot a crossbow, and that was fun. Not very good at it. I only had one shot, but it was fun anyway. And then we went to Metamora, which, if you've not been to Indiana, it's just this wonderful little town that kind of almost feels like it's been stuck in time. And it's just a lovely place to go. So if you ever get a chance, you should check it out. One of my brothers lives up near Fort Wayne, so he was the last brother that I visited before I left. And we spent the day in Shipshewana. So if you're ever in northern Indiana, check out Shipshewana. It's pretty much like an Amish town. They also have a ginormous flea market there that runs usually through mid-September, twice a week. It's a lot of fun. It's a great stop. So when I left my brother's, I drove in a way that I could go through Findlay, Ohio, so I could stop at a cross-stitch shop that I've heard about many times, called the Craft Gallery Cross Stitch and Custom Framing, I think. It's a wonderful shop. It's a really nice-sized shop. One of the things to remember when you go in there is things are arranged by category and not by designer. So if you're going in there looking for like a box of Rosewood Manor or Jardin Privé, you're not going to find it. But if you know kind of what category you're looking for, you might find it there. The lady who worked there, and I believe she was the owner as well, you could tell her what you're looking for or what designer, and she can show you exactly where they're at. So don't let it scare you that it's just they're displayed by categories and not designers. They had a whole Christmas room in the back. A whole Christmas room. So if you're in the area and you love Christmas, this would probably be the place for you to stop. While there, I picked up a couple of items. I got a button. I'm going to make it into a needle minder. I've never made a needle minder, but if I'm going to do it, why not do the one that represents me, right? Would that not be a cute needle minder? Yes. I also picked up from her, up towards the front, she has these boxes on a table. I think there might have been 3, full of patterns. And you just kind of rifle through them. And they're all discounted. I'm not sure, like, if they're patterns she's no longer going to carry, if maybe she's got new ones and is trying to get some old ones. I have no idea why they're in this box. They have all these designers you can imagine. As a matter of fact, she had a Little House Needleworks piece that I picked up. And I had eyed it before. And I can see where it was marked. I think it says $10 marked out. And I got it for $2. And so it's Massachusetts, 1785. Which I love. Because I live in Massachusetts. I've been here 21 years. Can you believe it? 21 years. The question is, now that I've lived here 21 years, am I now a Bay Stater, or as the locals, some locals like to call themselves, am I a masshole? At what point when you live somewhere do you become part of the, become one of them? Because I kind of feel like I am. I'm still absolutely a Hoosier, but I also feel like, I'm part of Massachusetts as well. So if anybody knows the answer to that, feel free to chime in. So, unlike my last few videos, I have no finishes, believe it or not. Kind of sad about that. But in my last video, I said, you know what, I'm going to kind of wade in the multi-whip pool. Well, I didn't wade in the pool. I dove off the high dive in the deep end. I hopped on that stitchy train. I didn't just hop off on that stitchy train. I think I derailed the whole train. Because for me, this is starting to give me a little anxiety. It's weird. I'm getting joy and anxiety kind of mixed together, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I mean, I'm loving it, But then I think, oh my gosh, I have all these started, so I have to finish them. Well, anyways, let me show you where I'm at. My last video, I showed you 99 by ink circles on 16 count. Picture this plus ale. I'd gotten 4 bottles done and realized that I didn't have a couple colors to finish those 2 bottles, which I remedied. I got the colors. I just didn't finish those 2 bottles. But I did add some more bottles. So I'm making progress. Right? I kind of have decided that this will be maybe what I work on when I watch live PD. My husband and I DVR it. I think it would be appropriate to work on this while watching live PD. Next up is World's Postage Stamps, which, let's see here, a couple ladies in my little stitchy group are now doing. You're welcome. They all say I'm enabling them. I'm doing on 28 count Summer Sky. I do not know who makes the fabric. I believe it might be Picture This Plus. Don't quote me on it. And then this is where I ran into a problem. Does anyone else out there have an issue with things being symmetrical? Like they feel like they need to be kind of even? This is my problem. So here's what happened. Upon stitching this, I realized that both Sydney and London have the same problem. If you look, I don't know if I can get close enough or if it'll focus. The very last 2 little sticky uppy things, there's only 1 stitch between them instead of 2 like all the others. Well, this drove me crazy. So I thought, well, how can I fix this? So honestly, I added in an extra stitch here, so my whole box is over 1 extra stitch. Because I figure I can kind of maybe add just in the same color and make it look okay. Now, Sydney is the same way, and I did the same thing there too. Either this was brilliant on my part, or it was really, really not brilliant. We'll have to see how it pans out. I think I can make it work. The truth is, this piece is for me, and if I mess it up, then I had good intentions and I mess it up, and it'll be a good story, right? So then, Agra. Right? I realized that some of these little sticky up things, I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Little things that stick up on stamps. You know, little edges. Have 3. There's 1 on each side that has 3, but in my eyes, they weren't symmetrically placed around the box. So I just kind of moved them so that they're in the same basic position so that it looked even. Anyways, it's a long piece, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of scroll through it for you. I don't think I can do this smoothly. We're just going to go with it the best that we can. Can you see the bottom? Yeah, you can see the bottom. Anyways, I got all the frame done, and that's exciting because that just means I just have to go back in and fill in the boxes, right? That's the plan. I kind of like to know that my pieces fit on the fabric before I actually put a lot of work into them, so that's kind of why I do it. That and because I knew that some of the boxes weren't symmetrical and it was driving me crazy, so I wanted to just fix them. Fix it and forget it. My next piece is the Henry VIII and His Wives. It's a Tudor Sal with Gina from Hanging by a Thread and Angie at Hibernation Stitcher. Anything Tudor. And the truth is, anybody can do anything Tudor and join us. That's okay too. Last time I hadn't started, I had kitted it up. It's Henry VIII and His Wives, and actually the children and all of their titles, which I hadn't seen one of these before. It's from Both Threads. It was a full kit with floss and fabric. I was not fond of the fabric because it was just a plain Aida, so I substituted the fabric. I substituted it for Color and Cotton Joblin 32 count on Alabaster, which I actually picked up at StitchCon. And I don't have a lot done on this, but I do have one rose. Sort of. Okay, I have an outline of a rose. But it's a start, so I'm excited for that. I think that that's going to be a fun stitch, fun, easy stitch. So then brings me to Gary from Sunshine Stitchers / Garon Toten Bags decided to do an Autumn Quaker Sal, Rosewood Manor. Actually, he said you could do any Rosewood Manor you wanted, but I chose to do the Autumn Quaker Sal because, to be honest, I hadn't seen a pattern like this. Well, I had seen them. I hadn't done one. So here's the Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. I love it. I have loved working on this. That's the only thing I've worked on for a few days. And okay, yes, I'm trying to do all around the frame, basically. There's no frame, but I'm trying to do all around the edges so that I can fill it in. I know, it's a problem. What can I say? I could have worse problems, right? I'm loving it so much that I had posted in the Goin tote bags, would you consider doing the other 3 seasons as a sal as well? Well, apparently that started a little bit of a firestorm, so now we're doing the Winter Quaker sal starting December 15th. If you're interested, go to Goin tote bags or go to the Sunshine Stitchers videos, because there's probably going to be links if they're not already. So let me make sure I got this up right. So here's what I have. There we go. Can I get back far enough? There we go. I'm 100% like absolutely loving it. Loving it. Ugh. That's the problem. I'm loving it so much that I'm not working on anything else. Plans coming up. Patriot season, official season starts soon. I don't watch the preseason because I feel like it's kind of like one-offs. Like, you can't really judge anything by the preseason, in my eyes. A lot of people can. I can't. For Christmas last year, my husband got me a cross-stitch of the Patriots helmet from Boston Needleworks, so I plan to start that. And I'm actually going to be doing it on Cracked Ice by Pole Stitches Design. 28 count Brittany Lugana. I think it's going to be perfect for that. Other plans, Stitchonomy is doing Dralloween. You can sign up free. You can either go to her Etsy shop or you can go to her website, Stitchonomy. Basically, like, they've already sent out the frame, but you can still get it because there's plenty of time. It doesn't start till October 31st or October 1st. Every day in October, you get a tiny little piece to fill in a little bitty window. How fun would that be to wake up every morning and just fill in a little Halloween window, right? Anyways, I think that's going to be fun. So yeah, that's another whip that will be added. The other that I have decided to join, which starts, I believe, in December, is Crazy Annie is doing Snow Village by, I have it written down here. It's a series, so it's one a month. Country Cottage Needleworks. And it looks like it's absolutely beautiful. And I love winter, so perfect project for me, right? Anyways, I think that about rounds it up. Labor Day weekend is coming up, so I hope everybody has a fun and safe Labor Day weekend. My husband and I will be going away to have an extended Labor Day weekend. Our wedding anniversary 18th was on Sunday. So we're just going to take a little time away, which will be nice to kind of have just time to relax. Isn't that what everyone wants? Relax. Other than that, that's about all I have from here, so I will catch y'all on the next go-round.